Up here. Oh man. This light. Why does it look seem smaller? Is it not far enough back? I don't know. We're gonna deal with it. Thank you! Happy birthday! Mom to one, who is that? I remember you before. Thank you. These. Oh man, almost all asleep, so I'm not late. I'm just come on. Okay, how are we all doing? Some birthday presents. Maybe we'll save it, maybe we won't. We're gonna do some prop work here. I gotta figure out where I had to go with this thing. And then, was it this hand? Yeah, I start working on my advertising. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay. How are we all doing today? I think I remember what we're doing today. I had one of the slides that was an hour and 45 minutes long. Like, that would have sucked. I would have sat here for days trying to wait for the thing to like move over. Oh, that's what it is. I don't have that light. Look at that glare. Screw it. We're keeping it. Let's get my head down to this a little bit. Hey, Mom. I'm gonna remove my table so everything's kind of all on the whack right here. I don't know how I feel about it. There we go. We're getting close. 3 minutes. I'm just rearranging a little bit. Right. Got my chair. Oh. So the camera does look like it's in the right same place. It's gonna be weird. Like a couple of weeks, I'm gonna have a different table, and I don't know where I'm gonna be sitting. I might be sitting in front of instead of on the side of. Nope, I'll be inside of. I'll be the side of it again still. We'll figure it out. Can I take out this wall? Is that a thing? You guys have like, hold on. Is that a thing? Can I take this wall out? Like, what's behind this wall? And just like make me a little nook to sit in? I'm not going to, but could I? Oh, we're shouldn't be that hard, right? No, I've got electrical here. Never mind, we're not knocking out walls, guys. We thought for my birthday I was gonna start knocking out walls. I was gonna be like, that would be cute. On the other side is the pantry. I could. No, that's the bathroom. Where's the bathroom? Hold on. Just gonna tell you happy birthday. Thank you. You're the best. You can leave your phone on just in silent. Give me the view. Yeah. All right. Almost ready. I guess we can cut that off. I don't have any scissors. Right. Go. Let's see. Hello to Whimsy Live. I gotta pause this before it rolls over. Boom, pause. Let's see. Oh, it's like amateur hour right now. How are you doing? Happy birthday, Ben. Woo. Yes, my birthday. I'm not doing too much birthday stuff, some. But I don't have the slideshow I was thinking of putting together because like I ran out of time. But good morning. Hello. Let's see. I don't think anything really we need before a pre-show. We got some mascot action here. We got a gnome. It's got a light, solar powered. I don't know where the solar power stuff comes in. I don't know, but it's gonna go great in the backyard. So we got like a gnome guy here. No memory lane slideshow. What do you think if I can like no, because all the pictures are all over the place. I don't know where. Hold on. Maybe it's not impossible. So how are we all doing today? I got back to my routine, took the kid to school, went to mom's and hung out. So happier. Liam is still like very busy. We had a busy weekend. He's busy wrestling, so he's not as talkative, but we had a small chat on the way to school, so I'm happy. I don't need much, but I like, chit-chatting with my kid. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it this way here, guys. And there's a lot of pictures in here. And let's see. What is going on? All right. Yeah, nothing I need to go on before the pre-show. We got the mascot, so we're good. All right, let's move forward. Boom. Oh, I just removed it. What am I doing? Boom. Getting to know me. There is one more slide after that, I think. Nope, we're just gonna keep it for a minute. I played around with it a little bit, and I realized I didn't play with this slide that much. But we'll figure it out. So, what's been going on the last week? Oh man, what has been going on? So, I'm trying to think, what the hell did I talk about? Say, oh, okay. So, what would we have, like midweek? Not much. You had a HR meeting. Was that this week? I need a calendar. What does my calendar look like? Everything's blurring together. Okay, so last week we had the HR meeting with the working parents group, which was cool and fun. I had a couple slides trying to get people all. What were we talking about? Summer routines, vacations, and activities. So chit chat a little bit, trying to get some people to go bowling this summer. So play some Pokemon Go. And let's go here. 29. Save here. All right, we're gonna try this and see if I can not break it. We'll get the slideshow for you, Sydney. So we're working on it. We're just downloading them right now. It's not gonna be all pretty and put together, but we will go ahead and we'll look at some fun stuff if it downloaded correctly. Oh, let's see what else happened. End of the month. So end of the month sucks for work because it's like just getting all your work done, trying to get it all together. All right. Let me fix my screens, man. All the stuff I put together, I don't put anything together for this one. I just kind of just wing what the hell I've been doing for the week, and I can't remember what I did this week. Because it's kind of lame. Cleared out the backyard. So the Arizona room got fixed. So if you guys watched on Saturday, I recorded from there. So we got the Arizona room. It's all screened off. It's all enclosed. It's great. And then me ended up clearing it all out. I cleared everything out, swept it up real nice. Lots of extra room in there. More room than I thought we would have. So that was actually kind of fun and exciting. Cleared that out. I worked by myself most of the week at the overnights. People are sick this week, so that sucks. I think I got some stuff together. I've been playing with this PowerPoint thing a little bit, so hopefully that looks good. What else did we do? Oh, okay. I'm trying to think what we're doing before I get into what happened yesterday. I don't think I did much of anything this week. Let's see. The notebook is almost done, but we have Esther going through it one more time to edit one last run through it. But so she'll have that done soonish, and then we'll put those out. Boom, we're good on that. But I'm happy with The original idea is that it would be done and out by today, but we're like 99% of the way there. So I'm happy with postponing it for just a minute. So that way it reads better in case anybody does decide to look at it and read through it. Because for a minute I was kind of like, yeah, we'll just do whatever we want. I'll just leave it in there like all half-assed and stuff. So I'm glad that, I didn't just decide to half-ass it. So that book will be coming out soon. I'll have everybody updated on it, which then means, so we got July 12th-ish was the first Chasing the Whimsy. We did a 0 episode for Katie, Liam's mom, like the week before. So like the official anniversary for Chasing the Whimsy, I guess it's going to be the 12th instead of the 3rd, 4th, 5th-ish that I thought it was. I have to figure out the dates. So if that's the case, buys me an extra week, so that makes me happy. Or do we pick? Yeah, because we want to pick the day that we did the Ming Chen class, because that one it makes sense. Like you don't celebrate your anniversary of like the pre-show. So we're going to say, boom, I think July 12th, I have to check my dates, is going to be our 1 year. So for 1 year, that gives me May, June, gives me like 8 or 9 weeks to get the art book together. I started playing with the sheets, the page sizing, and now it's just going to be putting it all together and then writing all the comments for it. So I think I can get that done. I'm reinvigorated again, I think, on like getting that off the ground and moving forward. I think once I get it started, it won't be hard. I think it's just trying to figure it out all in my mind's eye. And I think once I start putting it to like pictures to paper, it starts to make sense, and then it should start to come together really well. Let's see what else. Okay, so yesterday, we haven't seen Liam in let's see, what was Liam's last episode? Episode 40. He did 43, 44, 45. So I believe it's been like, oh yeah, let's get some of that feedback on there. Let's see. So we haven't seen Liam in like 4 weeks. He's wrestling. He's also 14. So 14, you don't talk to your dad. You're a wrestler. So now, you're doing all the wrestling all day. He's wrestling like a bunch and he's killing it. He had a tournament Saturday. Let's see. Tournament Saturday. I believe he was wrestling in the 14-year-old age bracket, which would make sense because he was technically 14. Dominated that, went 4-2, and took first place in that tournament. He's got a little medal. And then he also wrestled in a higher group, like a 16, and took third in that group. So he is killing it right now in wrestling. So, and then with all of his busy schedule, Sundays is like off day. So he's just like chilling and just like doing his thing. So we'll get him back eventually. We're just waiting for him to kind of, I'm going to say for the summer, but we're not, because he's busy all summer. He's traveling camp. He's got a couple of trips planned. Back up to the wrestling one that he did last summer. I think that one's a 2-week. I think they said now. So he's doing that. We got birthdays. He's got other trips and stuff. So it's gonna be a crazy summer. So, but he's doing good. And the last time he was here, he was talking some mad shit about this kickball game. And yesterday we went to the park and we played kickball. It was a 4-on-4. JJ played like the pitcher for both teams, and he's not here, so I don't remember what the score was. I just know it was like super close. But we had a fantastic time yesterday. The weather was really nice, a little warm, but it wasn't like super warm. It was just like warm because I've been running around. So I can barely walk today because I haven't run that much in years. But everybody was out there. So Nikki, Sandy, the twins, Alexis, Riley, the other twins, Kelly and Megan. Edwin wasn't feeling well, so he didn't get to come out. But yeah, fantastic time. We stole a little baseball diamond, played for a bit. We played like 3 innings. Everybody was having a lot of fun. Liam went a little aggro, he was just like, I'm gonna kill everybody. And we're like, that's cool. I'm like, I'm glad we're all here for fun. And he was still like, he like flashbacks to the mats where he's just got to get all aggro and just like dominate. So he did pretty good. I did pretty good. He kicked me in the face. And he said it was an accident or he wasn't planning on it, but he kicked me in the face. He kicked the ball right in my face. So, he says it wasn't on purpose. I think there was something happening. I think he was just like mad because he was like hoping to be dominating more, and then he wasn't. But we had a really good time yesterday. We went to the park. We played. We did 3 innings. We kicked a bunch. My shoes, I didn't wear the right shoes, so my shoe kept flying off. Is Brandy on? She listens every once in a while, but never like interacts because she's working. But happy birthday to Brandy. Her birthday was on yesterday. And then what else is going on? So then after the kickball game, we come back to the house. We all hung out in the Arizona room in the backyard, which was super cool. We did presents. So Liam got a couple cool shirt, some Lego sets, some sweatpants. The baby, she got the clubhouse that we saw in the live stream on Saturday. Dude, she was so funny because like I had to cover it up a little bit with a couple of blankets. So she's taking the blankets down and she sees it. Like she panicked and like wanted to run in the house, but then didn't know what to do and then tried to run back into like the main house. And then she was playing in that thing for a little bit. We got some sprinkler thingies. So we played the sprinkler some. Overall, pretty fantastic day. Definitely going to be on the top. So whose birthday? Like, it was Liam's kickball game, and we were doing all the birthdays together. So I guess we would have to say it was all of our birthdays. Like coming back to the house was for me. The kickball was for him. Sophie just hanging out with everybody was for her. So I'm gonna put it in my top 3 favorite birthdays. Maybe top 2. It was really good. I don't normally entertain here at Casa de Ben. Look at that. I'm bilingual, guys. Which is what Casa de is Ben's house. Casa de Ben, yeah. Man, there was a bunch of people here. There was like 14 of us, and everybody had a place to sit. It wasn't too like crowded because when we did the open house early on, we had 14 people in my living room on like a 3-person couch, a couple of other chairs over there. So it was like really like squishy, but outside it was nice because you can sit out on near the fire pit inside, kids running around. So it was a fantastic day. It was awesome. So we had a lot of fun. That was yesterday. Good birthday. Don't know what we're going to do with the next one. Kickball. I don't know if we want to do kickball again. Lane was talking about doing some other like randomly sporty thingy. Man, that glare is killing me today, guys. You see that? Holy shit. Like, normally I try to like, I gotta figure that. Oh, he said lawn gnomes. Oh, lawn games. Yeah, I was thinking like picnic games. I don't know where Lane's going to be next year. Like headwise, like if he's going to be all aggro again, he's got to be like, I have to dominate everybody. And then JJ, he's doing fun stuff. He's doing taekwondo still. He's doing bow stuff, bow staff bow still. There's like bow staff, I think is like the same thing, bow and a staff. But he's gonna be learning weapons for taekwondo and all that stuff. So he's gonna be, so who knows? He might get aggro too soon. He's gonna be like, listen, we got a year to figure it out. We got the nice backyard, so we could do some like, I want to do like a series of games, like a decathlon. Well, that's 10, right? We're gonna do a five off, like a whatever's a 5-alon is, and get some cornhole, some 3-legged racing going, shuffleboard. I think that's what we're gonna be. That's what I'm pushing for the next year, is somehow figure out where to fit a shuffleboard. I don't know how big either. It might just be like not the $1,200 ones, like the ones that you see in like the bar, but I'll take I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think we're gonna find some games, and I think what we liked the most was just the semi-competitive and just everybody hanging out and playing. So I think with that, we should have some fun. We'll do something. I don't remember whose birthday's next. Grandma and Rhiannon are coming up. Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's Day plans are completely falling through for me. So I'm going to pivot and have a really cool Mother's Day episode anyway. But it wasn't going to be like the one I originally planned. And we'll hold off on that one for a minute. Oh man, that glare kills me. Can I just sit this way a little bit? Like, that's other grandma's fault. Where are you, other grandma? She called me like the day after, like the glare was real bad, and she's like, "You need to fix that glare." And I'm like, "Why you have poor seating?" And all I see now, I'm like, so it's gonna be an hour of me just playing with my glare. What else is going on? I think that's about it. We just had some birthdays. We had a good time. We had fun. I approve. Let's see. Where Sydney still here? Sydney. How do I do? Can I make a video real quick on? I don't think I can do a video. All right, let's try it this way. And I may or may not have told her I was going to try to do a picture slideshow of like the 40 years of Ben. Can I do this one? I don't want to do that one. I think I don't know what to do. Let's not try and deviate too far outside of what I know I can and can't do. So I just don't like the way, we've done pictures before when we're talking about talk show hosts, and I didn't necessarily like the way it half screened it for me. Like, I would prefer a larger, like, full screen picture. But let's see. Let me see. Oh man, this thing's all over the place now. Hold on. Double click this guy. That's not the one I want. And I don't know. Let me see. I mean, to be fair, I should have figured most of this crap out before. But this is the beauty of live, guys. Me just winging it. This helps me get to my hour, my arbitrary hour. All right, so now in theory, if I open this up in a different program, will it still let me move left to right with everything, with like all the pictures? Like, I don't have to open and close. Like, I just want to look at them all. All right, we're gonna look at this thing real quick. Oh, you are going to be crappy. Let me see. All right. Well, guess what? You guys might get screwed. And all right, I want to try like this. I'm going to slide this one over here. I'm going to half screen this guy. I'm going to half screen my screen. We're going to full screen. Is the glare from the laptop? I do have a dimming thing. Like here's what kills me is. Hold on, I'm going to try to like not break everything right now. But like I do have a like I like I have a glare screen, but I guess I need to go like a darker glare screen. Like I don't know. Like that's why I was playing. Like it's kind of like why I liked the whatchamacallit, the smaller screens, because it helps cut down on like how much of my face you see. All right, so let's pretend like present share screen and file. Oh, how's it going to do it? Oop. Like this thing might get a little wonky here for a second. We're going to try this out. Nope, hold on. So it lets me. Did it let me slideshow through everything last time? Like I don't remember what that episode looked like. Like I don't think I went in and out 100 times with the. All right, hold on. We're gonna try it this way. You might want to get a couple of pictures here, guys. Sorry, but we're gonna try it. And okay. All right, so there's picture dad. Right, so that's what old dad looks like. That's old man. So that's my dad, right? Look at this guy. Ah, I love it. All right, there's gonna be a bunch of these. They're in no order, FYI, guys. Let's see. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Look, I'm so happy. Let me see if I full screen you guys. All right. Let's see. Look at this guy. I think what it problem was I didn't have was time to organize them by age, because it was going to go backwards where you're going to get the older ones and then like the younger ones later on, but that didn't quite work out. But you know, we're going to hang out and just look at old pictures of Ben for a minute. Look at that. Like, I'm like the coolest kid ever. Look how adorable I am. Hold on. I'm making sure Sydney's watching. Slideshow going on. And then there's a lot more pictures. There's a couple, I think, with Nikki and Rhiannon, but nothing super crazy. Look at that. Now, what was funny when I was looking through some of these pictures is every kid has that weird, that one picture where everything's all, like their teeth are all jacked up, right? Because like they're just losing their teeth. Of all the pictures, like this is as far as I go with like the missing teeth, just those two front ones. So my entire life I've had like a near perfect smile. So look at that. He's so cool. That's also Santa. That's Rhiannon. Can you see my mouse? Okay, cool, you can. So I don't know if, oh, you can't see it on the, okay. So yeah, I don't know. And I'm not good with trying to guess like what age I was, because I'm not good at that. I might be able to snag like a 3 or 4 based off of Sophie, but I can't remember. And then Liam They just grow so much. Like I can't keep. I don't know. But yeah, look at this guy. Yeah. I still don't know how to brush my hair. And I think that's why I grow the hair out, so that I can just pull it all back and like ponytail it. But yeah, look at this cute guy. I think we already saw this one. Yeah, with the Easter Bunny. Oh man, was I chubby? Was I chubby there? That looks like I'm chubby. I like it. What shirt is that? It looks like a big C. Why do I have a big like? Want to be Colorado? Look at that, adorable. And then for whatever reason this year they decided to like, let's do some prop work. Like stand up on this ladder, put your hands all over the place. Look at that guy. Look at him. Look at that baby. Look at him. We saw that one again. Look at that baby. Look at that. How cool is that kid? Look at them pants. I have a thing for button down plaid. What up? You guys are gonna have to remind me which pictures of these you like, and then I'll put them on the internet so you guys can make memes out of them. I have one that I want to try. I'm gonna start memeing. Let's see. Hold on. Sydney's lost. Let me send her the link again. Turn that down. Turn this off here. Share. Where's the share button on this thing here? I think she found it. Boom. All right. And okay. And then we got some more baby. I don't know what it is, but I like the old timey, like grainy, like the weird red. Like I like old timey photos. Because every photo you take now is gonna be all like HD crisp. But there's definitely something charming about an old timey photo. It's a 40-year-old photo, guys. Maybe. Yeah. That's 40 years old. This one I scanned all fucked up, so you don't see my other hand. Look, Rhiannon probably had to brush my hair that day. Look, I was wearing necklaces. I don't know. I think that one, look how cute he is. That's so awesome. What am I doing with my hand down here? To like hold yourself up. Yeah, look at that. Look, this is like prime. Like this is like hair's a mess. I forgot it was picture day. I was wearing glasses, so that was like high school. That was probably towards the end. That was like a junior, senior year, I think. Another one, like now here, I think I'm missing a teeth. Over here, we couldn't tell. So again, a near perfect smile. Oh, look at this guy. Woo! That's a good looking man right there. Started cutting my hair. My buddy Greg talked me into it. Because like if we go back, can we go back? Like all my hair has always been kind of like weirdly long in the back. Like, yeah. And then like over the ears, like okay. But Greg in 98, 99. No, probably like 99. It was like, hey man, let's just cut your hair. He's like, we'll just do like a 4 up top and a 2 on the sides. So that's when we started cutting each other's hair. Yeah. Man, I'm adorable. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Maybe like what's he doing? Like I'm looking at him. Hold on. Like some of these younger ones, they feel like I don't know like how to smile on cue. Like I have this weird like smile thing on the bottom lip. Look, I had one of those shirts with the little thing on the wasn't an alligator, he's a little wolf. All right, so this one is me swinging down here on the bottom. Let's see, up top is Brandy and Sarah. I took this from her scrapbook. Took a picture of it. So I have to make sure I give those back. So, okay, down here, this is Chase. I couldn't cut his face out of it, and I don't want to take it out of the scrapbook. Okay, so this bend back here, hold on, if you can see, okay. What's wrong with my hair? Dude, I was straight bleaching it here, guys. Like, I am bleaching my hair. Like, leftover bleach from one of the, like, I don't remember which sister it was. I could have sworn it was Rhiannon. But Greg and I decided to bleach our hair with the rest of it. Came out bright fucking orange. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Oh, look at this. How cute is that? I still sleep like that. All like semi-fetal position, all curled up. It's an old Ben. I have no idea where I'm at here. Oh, I was like, I'm 9. I'm 9 here, guys. I was like, what is this little symbol over here? No, that's a number 9. A couple exclamation points. Birthday. I love it. So that's what a 9-year-old Ben looks like. That's more baby. Boom. You got Ben playing at Slide Rock back in 98. I'm assuming that's Slide Rock. I mean, I can't really remember going anywhere else other than. Wait, hold on. 98. I don't remember that much foliage at Slide Rock in the background. Where would I have been? I don't know. Oh, look at that. He's such a big brother. He's like, I'm going to hold my baby sister. And I'm going to, oh, look at us. That's Rhiannon. Sorry, Rhiannon. I meant to tell you I was going to do this, but she probably won't notice or ever hear from it. And I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. See, look, Rhiannon knows how to throw out a good smile. I was a little awkward. What am I doing with my hand, guys? It was like, is that me trying to be like, yeah, I'm okay? Like, or am I trying to flip people off and didn't know how to handle it? Like, I don't know. Oh, shit. Go back. Go back. Let's see how far back, like how far off am I? We were almost done too. I clicked the wrong Ben and Rhiannon. Boom. All right. We're back. Boom. Got grandma, babies. So I'm pretty sure this is me. And then that is grandma and great grandma on the other side. So we got 2 different like one's dad's side, one's mom's side, grandma's. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, that's what that is. Boom, get some more babies in here. Look at me, I'm just like, I'm having a good time. I like that picture too. Good thing I don't have like serial killer photos. Like this guy's gonna grow up to be a serial killer. Yeah, for whatever reason, mom always liked this like me in a button-down shirt. Yeah, for picture day. it's so weird because like I like it. I'm digging it. That one I think we've seen again. All right, that's it. That is all my pictures. How fun was that? So there's your slideshow down memory lane. So I have more pictures, and I will try and do something more with them later, like another one. That was kind of fun. I was a cool little kid, man. And then what happened to me? Anybody who knows me is like, yeah, what happened to that guy? Boom. All right. That would have been a pocket lint. I had a graphic for the pocket lint I think we showed last week, but all right. So any comments? What we liked about my pictures? Let's see. What's super fun is I went to Mom's to get some of those pictures, and she has a box of pictures that we probably haven't looked through in God. Like even though like some of the pictures aren't 20 years old, she probably just had the pictures and just put them in the box. And she hasn't gone through most of those pictures in forever. So we were going through them last week, and it's just kind of fun, just like I don't know. Oh, can we do that with okay, note takers? Somebody calls in, they send me 5 pictures, and then we talk about them because there's a couple of pictures Mom found that have like a really weird, funny like story behind it. So like if you guys have like go through your pictures. If you find a picture and you're like, oh, this is the one right before I broke my leg, like, that's a fun picture. And yeah, submit them. Give me a little story, and then I'll put them out for everybody to see. But I don't know. Can we like can we do that for a holiday or a birthday? Can we do like a picture party? Because like when we talked on the Saturday about the family tree thing, like part of it was like, so the whole idea behind the podcast part of it, right, is just chatting and shitting, like just talking about old timey stuff. Because like when people start like passing away, like there's like that picture. So like 40 years from now, when Mom passes away, we're gonna have that picture, and we're gonna be like, we don't know what this picture is. Like, what is she doing, or who are these people? And we're gonna be like, I don't know. But because I was there last week, I know that that photo has a really funny story. Not necessarily, it's a funny story. Like she laughed, she looked at it, and she's like, huh, she's like, I know what this like, I know who these people are. And they all had like a fun relationship to each other. It is nice to reminisce. And we have them, and it's weird because we take hundreds of photos, thousands of photos probably a year on your phone. And was it Facebook, I think, does it? Google does it, Apple does it, but they send you reminders, like memory reminders. I'll be like, hey, look what you did this time like 3 years ago. Like if the internet wasn't reminding you about these random memories, like how often do you guys actually go through your photos in your phone? Now, with the exception of like Kelly or anybody with babies, because sometimes you go back and look at all your old baby photos. But like all of you like adults, like how often, like Mom, how often do you go back and look at Christmas pictures on your phone from 6 years ago? I don't know. But yeah, we need a bit, some kind of like reminiscent bit. Because some of these photos, I did buy 2, 3. I have somewhere on me. Hold on. I'll show you one. Hold on. Okay, back. I don't know if I'm giving away too much. This is for a different project I have. But I bought old-timey photo albums. And inside them, old-timey pictures, like 1920s, 1930s pictures. So, what is it, Coco? Like, you got to remember these people. Otherwise, they disappear and they never go on to the afterlife. Or they get kicked out of the afterlife. I vaguely remember Coco. But, like, yeah. So, how cool is that? Because I know there's a glare, but. So, I have 200 pictures of this random family. And I don't know what they're doing. But I just thought it was fun. Once in a blue moon. Yeah, so instead of lost media, you guys can submit your random photos with the story behind it, and I'll make sure it's preserved forever on the internet. I don't know how we make a bit out of that. I don't know. I'm not expecting you to send me all like the crazy photos, but let's see. I guess we could just start with like everybody send me like your 5th grade or high school photo, and we'll just do like a slideshow for graduation. Oh, when is graduation? Okay, so we got the twins and Liam getting out of 8th grade this year. So like we get their 8th grade photos? Or wait until next year and do all their freshman photos? Oh, how fun is that? We need an episode like that. Someone write that down. We're going to do like a deep dive. Not deep dive. We're just going to go like we're going to look back. Liam when he's a freshman, Ben when he was a freshman. And then we get all your guys' photos. And we'll just have like a freshman day. That would be fun. And then we could share freshman stories. Like, what was it like to go to a high school where you were like, because in junior high, you're at the top of the school, and then you go to high school, and then you're at the bottom of the school. Liam's in a school that is an 8 through 12, no, 7 through 12. So he's not the lowest. So when he's a freshman, he's already got 3 years there. So he's got some clout. Oh, that's a fun thing to do. Can we do that? I don't know. You guys write that down. Once in a blue moon, I'll look at my children baby photos to remember me. They were cute. And they upset me. Like, oh, these are them before they talked. Before they're all like pissy and attitudey. Man, I'd be doing that all week. Like, this is when Liam used to love me. Back when I was the coolest guy in the world. But now he's got friends in wrestling. But he's really good at wrestling, so whatever. All right. Yeah, that was fun. I liked looking at some photos. All right, what else we got going on? Oh, this is going to be a long episode now. Shit. Sorry. Okay, hold on. What's the next little bit? Oh, look at that. That was new. All right. Mind Pockets on Saturday. I mentioned we would do a We Are Whimsy. And these are going to be shout outs and thank yous to people from the last week. So I wrote a couple of them down. And all right. We had some comments from episode 49. Lady Joyce Ann. She had agreed that A Few Good Men was a good movie for if you're stranded and going to watch 5 movies. And then she also added The Guardian. And that's thank you to Joyce Ann. That was my favorite thing in the world. Oh, Joyce Ann is so much fun. Andy, also from the episode 49, suggested Forrest Gump, Lost in Translation, Bridesmaid, Dead Poet Society, and Stand By Me. Oh, that's so funny. And then Kelly threw out some comments from episode 48 that says, what an amazing think tank you've assembled for your writer's room beta. Can't wait to hear the next Whimsy Nooner. So, yeah. So, look, every week I'm going to try and shout out a couple of people. So, these ones are going to be mostly from anybody who comments on any of the comments on the podcasts or the like the Spotify's, Apple, SoundCloud. Because I know Grandma and Rita like to do SoundCloud. A couple of people do Spotify. I haven't seen Spencer in a while. Where is Spencer? Does Spencer not even listen anymore? And then there are some regulars on YouTube. So I appreciate everybody for leaving your comments. So all of you can have a little spot on our PowerPoint or our show here. Just leave a little comment in the podcast in the episode on the live stream or any of the podcasts. So thank you guys. I appreciate the feedback. I like chit-chatting with you. I do go in and update, like I try to reply specific to your comment. When we get to a point where I get like hundreds of these things, I might not be as detailed in my answers or my replies, but I do take the time to read them, and I do take the time to go ahead and reply with each of your guys' comments. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. All right, let's see. Boom, the pocket watch. Well, that was loud. All right. I got in my head a little while ago about why do I always do TV? Because that's what I do. I watch a lot of television. And I like to be able to bring you guys up on anything that's fun and cool and interesting and stuff out there. So here's a small list of things that I did watch this week. Baby Reindeer is on Netflix. It has huge reviews right now. There you go. Has really like huge reviews. Very interesting. Most of the early articles that you guys would have read and or based off of the trailer, it's a man and a crazy stalker. And although there is a stalker in the series, it's 7 episodes, like 35 minutes each. It's more than just about a stalker. The stalker is there for the first 2 episodes, the first episode and the first 2 episodes, and the last episode. Like she has a part in it, but there's a whole other story. Like she's the catalyst to the rest of the journey of this guy's life. Very interesting. I love the way that it was shot. The guy who's in it, I think, wrote and directed it also. And it was kind of a fascinating story. I enjoyed it. It's a very quick watch. 7 episodes, like I said, 35 minutes each. There's a really there's a really good monologue at the end of episode 4. That was really good. It's a roller coaster of a interesting watch. So, How I Met Your Mother, I fell down that rabbit hole. I mentioned it on Mind Pockets on Saturday. I just play it in the background, so I think I just started season 9. So it's just been constantly playing in the background. I did find a minute to watch What Jennifer Did. It's a true crime thing on Netflix. Daughter doing the interrogation about some people who broke into her house and killed her family. Don't watch it. It's complete garbage. It is one of the worst directed like true crime stories I've seen in a while. If you found it on YouTube, it would have been fine. But for Netflix to spend money and time to try, like, the story wasn't even that compelling. Like, it wasn't even that good. It's leave it. It's not worth it. It's not good enough of a story to watch or listen to. Thank you and good night. The Bon Jovi story. I like Bon Jovi. I dig them. Worst documentary, like music documentary I've ever seen in my life. This thing was 4 episodes, hour and a half of each. What is that? 6 hours of Bon Jovi, and it was boring as fuck. Sorry for the swear. Boring. Like, I watched all 6 hours of it. There were some interesting parts about it. All of episode 4 was garbage. Episode 1 was okay, but like, Bon Jovi is been lead singer for like the 40 years that they've been together. Most of the people have been in the band. There's a couple of guitarists that one guitarist left and one other person died, I think. So the band is, for the most part, pretty OG. So episode 1, like every other origin story, is really cool. You get to where he came from, New Jersey. They're a New Jersey band. They play their songs, hit the radio. Now they're playing arenas. The rest of the whole, dude, it was a garbage. Like, I like Bon Jovi, and I like music documentaries. Dude, it was long. It definitely did not deserve 6 hours. You cut out a bunch of that stuff, and then didn't play enough of the music. Like, most of the time, like, you want to hear like bits from some of the concerts, or like when they're recording them in the studios. Like, you want to get like a nice like 30-second soundbite so you can get all nostalgic about the Living on a Prayer and like Blaze of Glory, Bad Medicine, and they didn't give you enough of it. It was bad. Someone should look at the reviews for it and see if anybody liked it, because I hated it. It was one of those where I watched it and I had to watch the last episode just so I can say that I watched it. It was boring. I don't know how you get 6. I don't know how you can. They're such a good band, and they have a fairly decent story, because they were big in the late 70s into the 80s. They were quasi hair band. Like, that was like, they were doing music with like all the greats, selling out arenas, like 50,000 people. And I got none of it. Like, I got none of those. I got none of the excitement of their career in this documentary. And that was bothersome. And then Dead Boy Detective. I did watch episode 1. It is a charming episode. This one's on Netflix. Dead Boy Detective. It's Netflix. If anybody watched Sandman last year and a half ago, it's a Neil Gaiman. It is charming. It is fantastic. 2 boys or ghosts. One died in 1916. One died in 89. They're best friends. And because they're ghosts, they're trying to help other ghosts, complete their unfinished business so they can go off to wherever. It's so fun. It's fun. It's witty. The characters are all fantastic. This is going to be the show to watch. This is the one that people are going to start talking about. It already rated better than Sandman season 1 by like a bunch. Like, Rotten Tomatoes, like however Rotten Tomatoes gauges it, it's like 6 or 7% better than Sandman was. It is a freaking good show. I'll look forward to watching the rest of it. So, I think there's a huge winner in that one. Like, of the list, rewatch How I Met Your Mother, watch Dead Boy Detectives, and watch Baby Reindeers. Don't watch Jennifer Did It, and don't watch the Bon Jovi thing. You're better off, no joke. Did VH1 do a behind the scenes of Bon Jovi? Hold on. because that would have been better. Behind. Shit, go back. Bon Jovi. Yes, Behind the Music originally ran probably back in like the 90s. Watch that one. If you want, Esther, if you want a good like Bon Jovi documentary, go back on YouTube. It's 44 minutes long, Behind the Music, and watch the Bon Jovi story. That one would be compelling. Like VH1 knew how to do it back in the day, man. Like they give you like their 44 minutes of a band. They're like, boom, drugs, alcohol, death, and the rise back to greatness. And like, boom, credits. Get me out of here. Give me another one. Yeah, Bon Jovi, man. They never did any of the big drug stuff. They drank some. Some people did the drinking, but like there's a movie on Netflix that follows the origins and the story of Motley Crue. Dude, like your hair bands, like your Motley Crues, Guns N' Roses, even with Axl Rose, like there were like huge like downs and then the rise back up to the top. But like Motley Crue's like trashing hotel rooms and this like causing havoc everywhere they went. Bon Jovi, no, they were just like nice and polite. They no drama. I think even Bon Jovi married his high school sweetheart, and they're still married to this day. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, you watch this documentary, and they're not rock and roll. Like, where's the rock and roll life? Like, they're just like let's do some music and let's keep making music. And like, oh man, I was so upset about that documentary. Don't watch it. I'm gonna post some reviews and watch this. It's gonna be like it's the best thing ever. It wasn't. So let's see what else is going on. I need to put a timer on these things. Boom, reminder, hit the thumbs up on the video. When you watch the podcasts on your ears, when you go back and rewatch some of these, make sure you hit the thumbs up, leave some comments. Because if you leave some comments, you might be on We Are Whimsy slide. To be fair, you can't have the same people all the time. Like it's Andy, Kelly, Joyce, Ann. That's so funny. She's at home. She's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? All right. This one's going to be okay. So I don't know how long we're going to go, but we're talking sitcoms today. I fell down this rabbit hole. I found How I Met Your Mother and was like, what was another great sitcom after How I Met Your Mother? And then it was kind of like, what other sitcoms were really good? So I liked How I Met Your Mother because I think it represents like Gen X really, really well. And I was trying to think, I'm like, well, what other sitcoms represent Gen X? And nothing today being made is really representing them. I think How I Met Your Mother really was the last good representation of what Gen X was like as a group of like a generation. But then you also had like Friends in early like mid 90s that also represented Gen X. And then I fall down this rabbit hole and then we're like, all right, so who are all these like Gen Xer TV shows? You end up getting stuff with like Big Bang Theory. I think would try to represent them a little bit. But then I just start, so if you guys look on the screen here a little bit, I'll give you the full screen. Who are some of these like top sitcoms, and which ones are your favorite sitcoms from back in the day? I'll wait. We got Friends, Seinfeld. I never watched Seinfeld. Who watched Seinfeld? All the Family, the Honeymooners, the Jeffersons. Who's this over here? I Love Lucy. Cheers. Mary Tyler Moore. All in the Family. Who else is in there? Who's on the bottom here? Frasier. Everybody loved Frasier. I never watched Frasier that much either. So I believe Frasier would be, I think you guys would all agree, Frasier is worth the rewatch. So there's a chance that after How I Met Your Mother, I do a rewatch or a first watch of Frasier. Mom enjoyed Cheers. I remember watching Cheers with Mom. Cheers was fun because they had Sam Malone running a bar, and then he had Diane come in and help run the bar, and then she left, and then Christine came in, and then series finale, fantastic. Who's he with? Yeah, that was a good one. I liked Cheers. So as I deep dive sitcoms, I start wondering, like, some of the old, like, how much were people watching sitcoms? Like MASH. MASH back in 83 had 105 million people watch their finale. Like, how crazy is that? That's what, how many years ago is that? 41 years. 41 years, and no other TV show has ever reached 100 million views for its finale. Cheers, Seinfeld. How do you feel about the Seinfeld finale? Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs down, by the way. So, like, when you kind of look at this, like, this graph a little bit, you can, like, it's weird to see, like, as we get closer to like 2004, television views look like they dropped by like 2/3. So then I'm like, well, why are sitcom, like, what's going on with the sitcom? Like, how come nobody's watching the sitcom? Now, although Friends is 4th on the list here, they were in the top 10 for their entire run of 10 seasons. They were number 1 in its 7th season, and they averaged 36 to 38 million views per episode. So, like, back in 2004, so like in your like early 2000s, people were still like, everybody was watching Friends. Mom watched Friends. Mom watched Cosby Show. I remember watching Cosby Show. Home Improvement, I was a huge diehard for, even though it went to complete garbage in its later seasons. Family Ties, I never did that much. I'm familiar with it, but I didn't go deep dive on it. So this is what happens when I'm like, when I fall down rabbit holes. I'm like, well, why is there the huge like drops in sitcoms? And then does anybody else notice that there's a huge decline in like quality sitcoms? So we're gonna educate a little bit about why sitcoms are Sitcoms are basically like, it's weird. They're on their way out. Like, no one's like, we'll watch them, but some of the reasons why sitcoms are dying. I was going to write these down, but I said screw it, and you guys can read it yourselves here too. MASH back in what I said 83, 100 million, right? So how does MASH get to 100 million views for its last episode? It's because there was nothing else. There were only 3 channels back then. So with the rise of streaming, there are significantly more outlets for you to watch different types of television. And now we're also because of the streaming, we do we've like we're binge watchers now. We watch everything in its first weekends. Like Netflix looks at the quality of a show based off of how well it does its first week. And then based off of that first week or two determines whether or not they're going to sign on for a second season. But yet some of these old shows, King of Queens, Everybody Loved Raymond, Married with Children. Married with Children ran 9 years and never peaked higher than like 38. But it's like an iconic and like semi-beloved sitcom. Like we all knew it and we kind of liked it, but it wasn't our favorite. But if you try to play Married with Children now, like it wouldn't get past the second season because like it was a slow burn, right? It was one of those like after you watched all the other things, you watch Married with Children. So you kind of just binge everything. And yeah, you start to there's a financial aspect to it too. Because of streaming, it's cheaper to get your thing on a streamer than it is on a network thing because networks are still pushing like parquet butter and all of your advertising, whereas like your streamers don't need the advertising money as much. Because we binge everything, we no longer everything's done in 10 episodes. So part of the what sucks is like Friends, How I Met Your Mother, Cosby Show, they all ran like 22, 24 episode seasons. So for half of the year, you had a date with that show and you follow it. Now you just watch 10 episodes and you're like, boom, done. And you forget them for the whole second half. Like you remember, like now it's weird because like you only get 10 episodes. So like what kind of character arc can you get in 10 episodes? So now we're like the decline of like sitcoms is like nobody cares about anybody anymore because like it's all story driven. Ross and Rachel, like the only reason why Friends does as well is because it's the 200 episodes of like were they or were they not on a break? Like, do we even have anything like that anymore? Like, can we get that kind of like character development in a binge worthy television show? I don't know. I think Yellowstone's even like Yellowstone's different, I guess. Those are dramas. I don't know. And then also a lot of your comedy are now being written in ways like Atlanta and Fleabag. Fleabag is a fantastic show. It's amazing. Phoebe, I don't know her last name. She did a fantastic job in Fleabag. Donald Glover did Atlanta. It's a fantastic show. Like they're funny, but they're different than sitcoms. Like they're just a little bit more drama. Like they're not multicam. There's no laugh track on them. They play the comedy in a different way than a sitcom. So we're finding ways to enjoy those shows better because it's a different type of storytelling than like the old timey sitcom. So it's weird. Sitcoms are like drastically on their way out. I can't think of a recent sitcom that we watch. So I don't know. The last part of our show today is so the original part of the rabbit hole was what was so great about Friends because I like How I Met Your Mother, and there's a lot of comparisons between the two of How I Met Your Mother and Friends. A lot of diehard Friends will always say Friends is the better show. So we're gonna go through. I got 11 different categories, and in the chats, I'm gonna need Friends or a How I Met Your Mother. We're going to vote real quick on which one we feel is a better, not the best show. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to like say it, but we're gonna kind of go through them and see which one is actually like which one actually views better. So, hold on. All right. So real quick, back to some stuff about Friends. Ran from 94 to 04. Ran 10 seasons, got nominated 62 times and won 6 Emmys. I don't know how many of those Emmy wins were acting. How I Met Your Mother plays after Friends ended, so there was never a crossover, which is kind of interesting. Because Friends would be like the early Gen Z years, right? Whereas How I Met Your Mother would be the later end of the generation. So they're both, I think we could agree that they're both Gen X like sitcoms, like they represent the Gen X period. But it's weird how different they are because one was the beginning and one was the end of. But How I Met Your Mother ran 9 seasons, 30 nominations, and 10 Emmys. Of those 10 Emmys, most of them were done for directing and storytelling. So there's 11 different categories here. I'm going to go one at a time. We're going to vote in the chats. Oh man, I don't have pen and paper. All right, we're going to figure it out. There's 11, so that way there could be no ties. Somebody's going to end up with more than the other one. But we're going to go through them real quick. And you guys you can give me a vote. You guys can leave some comments. I'll go a little bit slow for you guys. But dialogue. Which of the 2 series had a better dialogue? And I had notes somewhere and I don't now, so we're fucked. I watched some Friends. I've watched all of How I Met Your Mother like 3 times. Like I did a bunch. I did the original run of How I Met Your Mother, and I've rewatched it twice since then. Now, I think here's an interesting question. How many people have watched both Friends and How I Met Your Mother? I don't think there's a lot of you. I know I don't know if Mom ever watched it. I know Nikki's never watched How I Met Your Mother. I don't think Grandma's ever watched it. Yeah, interesting. It's interesting how like when Friends ends, wouldn't you feel like you would need a new like group of friends and shenanigans sitcom? Because like what do you do after 04? How I Met Your like I know Mom did Everybody Loves Raymond, maybe Kings of Queens. Like, yeah. So it's interesting to like where like why didn't How I Met Your Mother do as good? Now, like in the ratings wise, How I Met Your Mother was never a number 1 like television show, but it was also a vastly different viewing experience in 05 than it was in like early 2000s. I even think in 04, if Friends didn't have 6 seasons already behind it, I don't know if Friends would have kept up. Like if Friends moved like 2 or 3 years earlier, I don't know what the Friends numbers would have looked like if it dipped anything further into 04 or past 04. Dialogue wise, I think Friends actually had a really decent dialogue with most of their characters. Yeah, Friends had some really fun dialogue. They were fun. I would give Friends. Let me get my notepad out again here. I would give Friends the point for dialogue. 1 for Friends. 1. So hold on, Friends. How? Let's see. Flashbacks. Of the 2 series, I think How I Met Your Mother definitely did flashbacks better. They flash back a lot. Most of the flashbacks I remember from like Friends, they were like way over the top. Well, I mean, How I Met Your Mother did it too, but like old episodes of or flashbacks of like Rachel or even Monica, like they were kind of like, and then Chandler, didn't he have like an 80s hair thingy? I think How I Met Your Mother did better flashbacks though. They they were fun though, and they also do flashbacks to like 3 minutes earlier in the episode. They had more fun in the flashbacks. They did a lot of flashbacks in How I Met Your Mother. They were kind of like they played like they got a little bit corny and cheesy with some of the stereotypes of what their characters were like. So when they go to flashback into college and stuff, like Ted was all like semi emo, big flannel. Lily, she was like a goth chick, so they played up her goth thing a little bit, but not offensively. Whereas I think Friends, some of the flashback scenes didn't age well. So for flashbacks, I'm going to give How I Met Your Mother the point. Plot twists. Were there a lot of plot twists in Friends? I think Friends was pretty straightforward, right? There was no like, you had like the Chandler and Monica relationship. That was a little like surprise. But How I Met Your Mother is all about the plot twist. It's like it's a telling of a story of how Ted Mosby meets his mother, and it's 9 seasons of, is she the one? She's not the one. She comes back. They like the on a like the back and forth, and then like the word twist because of like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to give the plot twists to How I Met Your Mother. If you guys disagree, throw it in the chats, throw it in the comments. Ooh, oh, you're the best. Thank you, Elma Gustirovich. Thank you. All right, and on off again relationships. I would assume this would be Rachel Ross versus Ted and Robin. But what's really weird was it was Ted and Robin for the first 4 seasons, and then once they introduced the Robin Barney, it was the on and off again Robin and Barney. But it was a little too much, in my opinion. So I like the on and off with the Ross and Rachel. Like, were they not on a break? How many times did they break up? And then because they broke up because then she ended up with like Joey, didn't she, for a minute in those last couple of seasons, or like towards the last, so 10 seasons, like I was like season 9, wasn't she trying to like hook up with Joey? For on and off again romances, I would probably go with Friends. I'd have to give them. I think they did it better than Ted and Robin and Barney. Narrative structure, I would definitely have to think that goes to How I Met Your Mother. I enjoyed the way that the because yeah, it's a better story. I think they structured their story a little bit better because it's all like, the whole show is about a flashback for How I Met Your Mother, right? Because it's Bob Saget talking to his kids in 2030, going back to 03. Yeah. I don't know. I had notes in which I would have been able to explain narrative structure slightly better. Yeah. I don't know. That was a tough one, I think. Because I do enjoy the. No, it has to go How I Met Your Mother. So sorry, guys. Character arcs and development. Friends, like Rachel had a decent like character arc, right? She was the spoiled rich kid, or and then now she's a waitress. Joey, I'm trying to think, they all pretty much like I don't know. Again, I don't watch Friends that much. How I Met Your Mother, most of the character arcs. Ted Mosby never changed. He was just. It was super funny too about the two shows. Ross and Ted Mosby are legit the exact same person. Like almost identical. Like they um like searching for love. They know it alls. They're both professors. They think they're the smartest person. Like kind of corny about it. I think Barney Stinson had the best character arc in How I Met Your Mother, and everybody else is kind of like. I think fundamentally they're all the same people at the beginning as they were at the end, except for Barney Stinson. I think he had the best like overall arc of How I Met Your Mother. I'll give Friends character arc. I think there was some more development between the Friends cast from when they first started to where they ended up at the end. I'll give it to them. Portrayal of New York. Do we have any New Yorkers listening? Like, here's a funny side note to all of this. I'm like, hey, everybody, let's interact. Let's hang out. Let's discuss some real heavy stuff. Like, which one was better, Friends or How I Met Your Mother? And I pick a time of 12 o'clock in the afternoon when you're all working, listening, maybe. And then it's like, or you go back and listen. You're like, how did he picks a topic he wants to debate. I mean, to be fair, I like How I Met Your Mother. So this way it's going to end up probably How I Met Your Mother. So this is one way to ensure that I win. But like, man, I guess I could have done like, I don't know, we're going to have to rethink like fun debates like this. Other than a Noon. That's so funny. Anyway, Portrayal of New York. I don't remember Friends like playing outside in New York all that much. Did anybody in Friends ever take the subway? Like, was there ever like? I'm familiar with it, but I haven't watched it all. Because there's a lot of episodes in How I Met Your Mother where they go hardcore on like different parts of New York and what it is to be a New Yorker. I don't know. I would probably say that How I Met Your Mother would have to portray New York slightly better. And again, this list is just an arbitrary list of like what Ben decided to pick. And we can always come back to it again. Submit some of your other ideas and topics in which you think Friends is better, and we can debate it. We can chit chat about it. But this is just a list I put together in a half a day. So I'll with you guys. Real life issues. Was there any really heavy like drama episodes of Friends? Because like How I Met Your Mother, like spoiler, someone's dad dies and just wrecks them. We have a couple that ends up breaking up and one runs away. Ted Mosby was a huge whatever. The end, I guess, like the last episode. No, Barney doesn't have. No, Barney has some really, really interesting episodes in season 5 with his dad, played by John Lithgow. That was some really interesting, compelling television. Barney and his dad and his like relationship with his dad. I don't remember a lot of episodes of Friends that really dove into like real life issues. Is there like a infamous like family death? Did someone's mom die? Did Chandler's mom's dad? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to give that to How I Met Your Mother. I think How I Met Your Mother, in a sitcom way, and Playing for Laughs, still were able to tackle some heavier topics. A better premise. Which one had a better premise of a show? What was it? Friends? How did they all meet? They're all high school friends, right? So they all grew up together in high school. Rachel, Ross, Monica. Shit. How did they? Oh man, I'd have to go back and rewatch some early episodes of Friends. Because where did Joey and Chandler come from? Like, how did they get into the group? I don't know. So we're just a bunch of singles living in New York, and we just happen to live across the hall from each other. And then like comedy ensues. And then How I Met Your Mother, the whole premise was like, I want to tell you a story about. All right, I'm going to give Friends the better premise. Real straightforward. Like, just, again, just a bunch of single people living in New York having a good time. Because, okay, thank you. Joyce Ann, thank you. Chandler went to college with Ross. Then where did Joey come from? Like, how did him and Chandler get together? Oh, man. So they did, okay, so did Monica and Chandler and Joey always live across from each other? And then Rachel moved in with Monica? Like, it's so funny. I love like the idea of a sitcom is so fun, right? You have these 6 characters that just happen to know each other and just happen to live within like across the hall from each other. Yeah. Okay. Man, I want to write a sitcom. How do we do that? I'm just gonna write a premise for a sitcom in which we have these 6 random characters that all intertwine, but barely like they've never met the like half of the other. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, and Rachel moved in with Monica. Yeah, that's funny. Um, when you talk about any kind of sitcom, I had a slide 2 before. Finales, right? Which one had a better finale? Yeah, where did Phoebe come in? Because that's what's super weird, right? Because like How I Met Your Mother, episode 1, you have Ted, Marshall, and Lily. They're all friends from college. They get out of college, they move to New York, and they all live together. Episode 1, they have a flashback of how Barney meets Ted in the bathroom as a wingman, and then Ted's like, I want to find true love and destiny. And then Robin walks into the bar, and then Robin becomes the new person for the next forever. So like that's like those were all pretty like they shoehorned Barney in, I guess, right? But for the most part, like that's but they don't live like you have the 3 roommates from college, Robin lives somewhere else. Barney lives somewhere else, but they always use the bar as their meeting location, kind of like how Friends uses the coffee shop. So I'm gonna give Friends another watch, or a full watch instead of just the bits and pieces that I know of. But the final episode obviously has to go to Friends, like, not just because it was like it's ranked number 4th and the most viewed, like it was a better episode, right? Like that last final scene where they leave all the keys on the counter is like heartbreaking, right? Because then like everybody's moving off. We got babies everywhere. I don't remember what happened to Joey and Phoebe, but because you had Chandler and Monica moving out to like the equivalent of the Hamptons, right? And then you have Ross and Rachel moving somewhere. And then I don't remember what happened to Phoebe and Joey. I think Joey, he was an actor, so I don't know. But it was such a good episode. Like they kind of like a nice wrap up. And then on the way out, Chandler gives like probably perfect last line of like they all leave the keys and then they're on their way out and they're like, let's get a cup of coffee. And he's like, where? I think is, if I remember correctly, it was some joke of that, right? Because for 10 years we watched him in the coffee shop. So How I Met Your Mother, I think, had potential to be a better episode, final episode, because it's like 10 years, it's 9 years of who is this lady? And spoiler alert, and it's probably not even a spoiler alert, you probably all on the internet. How I Met Your Mother was the worst last episode ever. Like, the last episode is the only episode. So 24 episodes of season 9. You get like the second to last episode, you get Ted meets his wife. And then the last episode, you get like a little bit of like their life together. And then she dies. And then like, oh, it was the worst. It was so bad. I can't believe, like, I would have taken like, oh, he wakes up and it was all a dream. And it was some kid playing in a snow globe even. Like, I'd take it. That's some callbacks, guys. Like, that is some crazy callback. Not here, but in the comments, give me those 2 shows that I just referenced. That's crazy. That's old school. Yeah, How I Met Your Mother really fucked it up on the last episode. Like, I can't. But last season, like, who had a better last season? Like, was the last season of Friends any good? Like, I know it was still up there, but was it up there in ratings because it had a following and we're now committed? Like, I've been doing this for 9 years. I have to watch last season. The last season of How I Met Your Mother was 24 episodes of the 3-day weekend of the wedding. And there's spoiler alerts, sorry guys. Ted may or may not be moving to Chicago. Lily and Marshall may or may not be moving to Italy. Robin and Barney are getting married. And it's just like, for a whole season, for 3 days to be done across 24 episodes. And there's some cool flashbacks, kind of, because it's like, there's some really fun stuff. It's it moves forward. Like, the 3 days moves forward, but they keep referencing, they kind of go back and like, so what was it like? Here's like day 1 of this person and this person. And then day 2 starts, and then we kind of go back to what Marshall was doing part of the day 1. And they did a really nice job not confusing it all. Like, because there's a lot of moving pieces. There's 3 different 3 different storylines going on in the last episode. There's like 4 different storylines going on in that last season, and the way that they're able to juggle the flashbacks from like 2 hours earlier, the drama, and then to resolve all that drama by the end, and then to also find places to drop the last like running gag. There was a running gag where Barney wanted to do a Weekend at Bernie's scenario, and they were able to kind of do that still. They answered a lot of questions in the last season. I think How I Met Your Mother had a better final season, just a really shitty last episode. So if we tally that up, How I Met Your Mother is a 6 versus Friends is 5. Again, this is a wildly biased list in discussion. It's not to take anything away from Friends. I think Friends it definitely had its place in history, in television history. But at the same time, I don't think How I Met Your Mother is getting as much recognition as it should. I don't know. Maybe there's a resurgence later because they have How I Met Your Father. They did a reboot on Hulu that has Hilary Duff in it. And they have a couple of callbacks. The 2 best friends in that bought the same apartment as the 3 main characters in the original. Robin came back, Barney came back. So there's some fun stuff they're doing with it. But yeah, people talk like you could lose friendships over Friends, right? Like were they not on a break? If you don't say it right, you can lose friends over it. If you didn't like Friends, you could lose friends. Like you can lose real life friends over it. How I Met Your Mother, I think it was just a nice fun. I think How I Met Your Mother was definitely a funner TV show. Like they were doing way more shenanigans. And there's so much stuff always happening. So Friends, iconic, deserves everything it got, and it deserves its place in television histories for being like what a sitcom could be. But because of technology, streaming, just the way that we tell stories, I think How I Met Your Mother, I think How I Met Your Mother could be one of the better last, like, real true sitcoms. That's kind of thing where I'm getting at here. Friends hit its peak. Friends told you what it could be and should be like, and How I Met Your Mother did that, but no one recognized it because of its time. So I don't know. I liked it. I like a nice, healthy little discussion, debate, some compare contrast. Let me know. Leave some notes in the comments. If you agree with my scoring of 6 to 5, How I Met Your Mother. Let me know if you've not watched How I Met Your Mother, and if you're gonna go back and rewatch How I Met Your Mother now. It's definitely worth the watch. It's a good show. It's fun. A lot of antics. For 9 seasons, really solid, with the exception of like 1.5 seasons. I think half of season 8 was no good, and half of season 7 was no good. But yeah. So let's do this. In the comments of this episode, put who your favorite Ted girlfriend was from How I Met Your Mother, because I have my favorite, and I'm curious if any of you guys have different favorites. I'd be curious to see which one you guys thought was the better girlfriend that Ted Mosby had from How I Met Your Mother. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Almost 2 hours. That's cool. I'll take it. Let me know if you guys have anything else you guys need to compare or contrast. Any other observations or any other rabbit hole that you guys might fall down. I'll be happy to fall down one with you guys. But it's interesting the decline of sitcoms. Because I don't know if we all are fully aware. Because we watch a lot of television. There's a lot of television out there, and a lot of the ways to watch television. So, multicam sitcoms are far and few between, and I'm curious to see if they ever make a comeback or not. Before we end, there is no episode as of right now for the Chasing the Whimsy podcast. I will be recording that shortly, and I'll be putting it out later tonight. So, with the kickball stuff yesterday and everything else, didn't get a chance to record anything. So I will put out an episode 50 for today. We got birthday questions I need to go over. I just need to rewrite some of the questions. I think I want to tighten them up a little bit. And then we're going to do like a small retrospective of the first 50 episodes. So look for that this evening. So after dinner, you should have a new podcast episode of Chasing the Whimsy, episode 50. All right. I think that's all I got for you guys. Let me get my... Thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you later. Whimsy. Takes forever to